All right, and welcome back to EGW. It's been a little bit.
Yeah,
Been a
a
little
little
bit.
bit. Yeah, but like the last thing we left off on was a super show anyway. So kind of like a nice little break in between. A lot of action in
Yeah.
the super show.
Yeah, lots of things happening during that super show. A lot of things pissing me off during that super show, but here we are.
But we're here anyway. And at least hey, we have a new shot caller championship contender, suitcase briefcase holder with B. So
That's
not
right.
everything is all bad. There are things that could potentially impact us, but B being the champion or shot caller champion is positive at least, right? So
Absolutely. It gives us something interesting to look forward to actually when going forward, because that shot caller contract can be cashed in at any point in time. Uh and I believe it can, like, pretty much any time Ross Ross has a match, there is a chance that B could be cashing in on at
yeah,
any moment.
yeah, it's got to be one wrong. Well, another thing that, as you alluded to, could probably be pissing you off. If Ross shows up and Ross is in a match, then yes, of course, B can cash it in. Has to be in a ring, has to have a referee governing that match, has to be a sanctioned match. So it can't just be anywhere, like you were saying, like in the backstage
Mhm.
or in the parking lot. Since we have so many brawls back there, it's really got to be something where Ross is already either involved or they have to plan out a match. So at some point, we could see B coming down to the ring, cashing in, joining in on a match, or maybe B takes the opportunity to schedule out one of the super shows as the opportunity to take on Ross.
Absolutely. There, like the shot caller contract can come in any possible way, honestly. Um, that is one thing that I am interested to see how the shot caller contract does unfold inside the EGW ecosystem. Could it be just a random cash in, or I guess a shot call in in this case? Could could
Yeah, I
she?
mean it could just be like honestly, if B, not that we don't know B for anything other than integrity, but I mean, you want to be the champion, right? It could happen
Yeah.
at any time.
Oh, I know a lot of people do say that, oh, it's such a heel thing to just cash in on someone while they're hurt or something like that. But I mean, if you're going, if you have an opportunity to become the top dog in the company, why not take it? It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah,
if you
well,
see if
you
you
have to
see
show
it,
up for
take it.
matches in order. If you show up for matches and you participate and you defend your championship like some people maybe don't necessarily do, then there's the opportunity to be cashed in on any time. But maybe Ross now knows that. Maybe he doesn't show up even more than he was before, and he goes and
Oh
hangs out with his
no.
hot wife in Cabo or something.
Dude, I will lose my mind if he keeps doing that.
He's gonna end up getting you out of retirement. You're gonna have to wrangle him into the ring.
Yeah, I might have to at that point, honestly. But I really don't want that to be the case. I don't want to have to come to in-ring competition on our own show here. Like
I'm
I sh
cracking skulls sometimes. I can't do it. I'm fragile, and my car is very big necessity for my life. So yours gets
yeah,
beat up, and you get beat up. That's okay for me.
I'm tired of my car getting beat up, man. Happened the one week. I'm still waiting for payment for to cover for the damages. I haven't paid out for that yet. I don't know. But we have a good amount of matchups tonight. It's been a while since we've
Yeah,
had it's been a while since we've had more than five. Tonight we actually
I
have
mean
six matches.
you actually alluded to it earlier that the landscape changes right constantly. We
Mhm.
talk about it all the time. We talk about how the people that beat somebody some week and start a downtrend for that wrestler, all of a sudden they start coming back, and a lot of the things change very quickly here in EGW, and we're just getting more faces, new faces, and fresh blood, and people that want to actually make an impact. And honestly, when you look at the stats and you reorganize the sheet, we talked about it, win percentage wise, it's the newer faces that really are making an impact here. And then, like starting off tonight with Jessica Rabbit against Timbo Slice. Timbo, one of the oldest, one of the veterans of the business, one of the veterans of EGW, coming over from NJWF, taking on Jessica Rabbit tonight. What do you think about that?
Man, all I know is Timbo's gotta be fighting for a win at this point. He's been he's had tag matches, nothing. He even
Yeah.
he even got partnered with our EGW champion Ross, hoping that would give him the best chance to pick up any sort of win, even if he's not the one pinning someone. That'd still be a
Yeah.
win under his belt. But even then, there is nothing. I I hate to be this person, and I hope this doesn't come back to him, but he might be one of the weakest competitors that we've seen. Actually, he
Yeah,
is
we
just
haven't.
looking at the numbers.
Yeah, we talk about it when it's during a match and it looks better at the beginning, and sometimes it's transitioning into the middle of the matches. But at the end of the match, it's always shoulders on the back of the mat, shoulder and back on the mat, and pin 1, 2, 3. Right? Like, what can
Yeah,
you do?
Timbo is unfortunately always ending the night looking up at the lights. It
Yeah, talking
it's
about one of our
unfortunate to
better
see.
competitors too, right? Like talking about one of our better competitors with Jessica. Jessica coming in and taking control of the backstage brawls, taking control of the great minds, and just putting up wins after wins. And this doesn't spell well for Timbo, but hey, he gets a win tonight. It turns everything around. Say it every time he gets out there.
Absolutely, and like like don't get me wrong, I'm always rooting for Timbo. He has to get his win at some point, but I'm like, how 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 many more people can inevitably be thrown at him until it's kind of just like he's chopped. Like
Yep,
I don't know
we'll
how,
see
I don't know where that'll go.
for sure. We'll have to see tonight after he takes on Jessica.
Absolutely. But and then after that match, we do have the Professor of Pep versus Derek. A lot of the matches that are actually going to be going on tonight, we did figure out it's been months since they've met in the ring one on one.
Yeah, and I mean, from the time that when they did start and how new it was in EGW, and from the mentalities that we had, even from Pep himself, like Pep has changed over time. He's adapted, and even if he doesn't have one of the better win percentages, because we see that as well every week, it just feels like he puts on some kind of like detailed expose for his opponent. Like he's doing whatever he's doing on purpose, and it makes it work for him. And I don't know if that's the best mentality to pair up against Derek, because Derek doesn't deal with that like very well. And you know that from us being on
Hmm.
commentary and Derek catching us backstage. He is not a guy that plays around. So the play around Pep versus the non-player Derek, never been pinned. Very interesting matchup tonight.
Absolutely, especially like Lord of Life. Sorry, every single week that we have Pep on the show, he pulls something new out. One week
Every
he
time.
One week he attacked someone before the match started. Another week he'll do like some springboard moonsault we've never seen him do. For all I know, this week I can see it. He could just imitate Derek and do a coffin drop. Who knows at this point?
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. You're right.
he doesn't wait. He does too much. But like at the same time, it makes it for a very entertaining match, which is why so many people like him.
Yeah, he's become a fan favorite for sure, and it's more often than not because of the trolling. But like, we see it in other forms of wrestling where you see Santino being with the troll or truth. That's
Mm.
kind of that's our professor right there, our professor of Pep. And I'm hoping for a good show between those two, and not to be outdone. I mean, the great minds back in action again as a tag team, very healthy, very great, very strong together, really pulling together. They got the merch on the line now. They're looking like they actually understand each other's fighting styles and they complement each other really well. But you have the Shot Caller Championship case holder in B with Sean Morris, which honestly, very similar stars, but say every time that they wrestle against each other, and even though B has that seven pin victory in that Iron Woman match, it really could complement each other very well and be the first test for the Great Minds in the ring as a tag team, as opposed to maybe their singles competition is way behind them, and now they're going to do better.
Absolutely. Like like the fact that like both B and Sean Morris know each other like the back of their hands at this point. They've been in the ring together, typically facing off against each other. Very consistently, might I add. They know each other so unbelievably well that them working together as a tag team could actually turn out really well for them. But also, I do want to touch on the Great Minds merch. It is only limited time for this month, and all profits do go to breast cancer awareness at the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So if you guys want to pick one up, you guys should. I don't have a link anywhere. I didn't think to grab a link, but it's on the Epilogue Gaming merch site.
Yep.
Kyle will probably find it later. I'm not doing it
I'll
right
post
now.
a link to it. It's under our events tab anyway, but I'll take care of it
Yeah.
after we run through everything, and I'll post it in there. No worries.
Yeah, exactly. But the great minds, they've been starting to work well together. They're starting to find their groove. The last time they worked together there, I believe it was against Timbo versus Ross. I think.
No, you're right. Yep.
And they ended up picking up the win there. And now this week they have the match against B and Morris. And I honestly, they're just trying to. As soon as they find their footing, they might actually have a chance to beat the Chubby Bunnies, which no one has been able to do so far.
Yeah, the Chubby Bunnies is really the only other caliber of tag team that we have in EGW, so it'd be interesting to see how it keeps formulating as we go forward with the Rabbits doing singles competition versus the Great Minds continuing to stay in tag team competition. Maybe it might separate it out a little bit, maybe it might make it a little bit harder for the Rabbits, but, they're already dominating the competition, so maybe it doesn't affect them at all.
Absolutely, and especially with the because of during the Super Show, we did end up hitting that milestone to introduce the EGW tag team titles. So that'll be entering the ecosystem at some point in the future here. Probably by next year would be my guess. Because I'll be honest, we don't have much of a tag division right now. We need to get there.
We still have 2 months. Next year is 2 months is a good time kind of frame it, and we can get people in and tag teams formulated, and it would make more sense. But yeah, like you said.
Absolutely. And then like I mentioned earlier about the running back matches that we haven't seen in a while, we have Lahroo versus Turk. That's a match that has not actually happened since the crowning of Lahroo being the inaugural EGW champion.
Yeah, and honestly, in that match, it was weirdly enough, it's kind of more like at that point, that's when it started turning the other way for Turk, and Lahroo, who had all the momentum and was the top star, ended up going with the Wise Maloney, and honestly turned him around too. So kind of like two stories of people that were dominated very early on in EGW, and then really took a downturn, and then even with having Lahroo lose the championship to Ross in the triple threat match. And Turk kind of spinning between like even a tag match at a point. Like it's just a little wonky for like those two superstars to get out of their habits. But as of lately, have been putting on better competitive showings, being able to hit finishers, being able to stay longer in matches, not getting counted out. It's definitely at a point where they're both on the uptick again. And also, they're both made of lots of meat. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match.
Absolutely. There's going to be a whole lot of meat thrown around there. Turk probably bleeding. Lahroo, 50-50 shot if he hits an Arm 5 or a Spartan Punch.
Could be there, might not be there. We'll see.
Yeah, but how wide of a body Turk is, surely he can at least hit a Spartan Punch. That's all I'm hoping for, though.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, it's more about like what who gets the advantage, who could keep the pressure on. We'll know we see reversals because they fought each other before, but who can hit a move towards the middle and the end of the match to kind of put their opponent away, right?
Absolutely. And then after that, we do have a matchup, a brand new matchup as well. But that's also because they're both brand spanking new to the EGW ecosystem. We have Azure versus Funky Xela.
Yeah, Azure is kind of like that Rey Mysterio high flyer luchador, really exciting and innovative offense. You would think it's more like the B and Sean style of fighting, but honestly, there's a little bit more intricacy in there, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. Coming in with a great showing and adaptation against Timbo to get that first win. Taking a loss against Sean, and then being in the triple threat match as well, but not taking the pinfall, kind of leaving him in that limbo. And then, Funky, honestly, kind of just looking like for a groovy time. Has only really been in two matches. Was in a tag match with Timbo. Timbo took the loss by being pinned. So the GM kind of gave him that leeway to be like, thanks for taking on this trouble. We're going to put you in that shot caller championship match, because why not, right? Why not give somebody that might have something and give him a shot at it? And no one takes a pin in that match, so it's not like he takes a loss. Yeah, he doesn't win the shot caller championship, but now he has the opportunity to take on Azure and make a statement match for himself too.
Absolutely. If he can put himself over as the best newcomer to EGW, that could go a long way and could very well be like a steady climb up to the top, possibly getting a title shot against Ross as well at some point in the future.
That's true, but we got some rabbits in the way who both are putting on some show, man. If we're gonna be talking about like rookies of the year, I mean, these rabbits are really taking over EGW, and you know what? I don't mind.
Yeah,
I like rabbits.
I'll be honest, they've been running amok on EGW, just going full steam, hopping around from match to match. They're getting their wins, they're getting their licks. It's been wicked.
Filing victories very quickly, that's for sure.
Yeah, but speaking of of the EGW Championship here, we do have a matchup that actually hasn't happened since. And the last time that these two were in the ring together was for the EGW Championship in a ladder match with Lahroo. We have Jameson versus the current EGW champion Ross.
Yeah, this is like a huge bump finally for Jameson, where yes, we had the triple threat match because Jameson proved himself over and over again as somebody who's been downtrodden, knocked out, as if like nobody believes in him. But now is the opportunity to take this #1 contender match feel and beat the champion so that you get your championship shot. Yeah, it's not for the championship tonight, and B could cash in at some point, even though B is in a match. But if Jameson has the opportunity to pin or get counted out or disqualify Ross in this matchup, I can't imagine it's very much longer, if not the next week, we would see Jameson get a title match against Ross.
Absolutely. Like if Jameson can prove that he is superior to Ross in this matchup, then that goes a long way for him. Easily brings him right up into that right cozy into that #1 contender spot. Especially because if we take Lahroo as an example, he ended up losing to both of them, and he lost the title. So if Jameson can pull one over on Ross, that means there's a decent chance that Jameson would be able to rip that title off of Ross, and Ross can stay on vacation permanently for all we care.
The only person we've seen be able to step up to any sort of competition, no matter what size, strength, speed, ability, type of match, whatever it is, has been Jameson. He's also the oldest wrestler we have, but he's been putting up the biggest fight. And it's just, he's always proving us, he's obviously become one of the fan favorites, we know that, but he's just been proving it through us every single week. And it's like mesmerizing to watch this guy go out there and drop the brawler style of punching and hitting, and then all of a sudden start powerlifting bigger opponents, or also flying off the top rope as if he's doing some of his stunts in the air, like when he was in the army. Like, this guy is he's actually insane. Like, I can't believe he's still doing it at this point. He's better than Ric Flair. He's gonna be the 16-time one day.
I think he definitely eats his spinach, gets his stretches in.
He is Popeye. You're right. That's basically what he is.
I'll be honest, I haven't really seen a bad Jameson match. Jameson's been consistently good since day one.
Yeah, he does it respectfully too. Like, there's nothing that he's done in a match where like you feel like someone has been like one-upped or anything like that. It's just like he matches opponent's style and then just gets the win. Like, and I know we talked about the rookies of the year, we talked about the rabbits and stuff like that, but Jameson's got to be one of the MVPs of EGW. Besides maybe like Lahroo, or maybe even like, you know, Sean or B putting on like these spectacular matches. Jameson's been the one that's been winning all these matches and putting together these expert displays of how to be a better competitor and how to do it the right way. He's a leader in the locker room. He's a leader for the fans. I think Jameson might get this win tonight and show that he can go for the EGW Championship.
Absolutely. Like, there's no other way around it. If he wins, easily getting, most likely getting an EGW title shot. But
yeah, I mean, I would just imagine if he's going to beat the champion, he should get a title shot.
Yeah, right. But we are going to be starting off here with our first match of the night. Timbo Slice versus Jessica Rabbit. That's a match that we've kind of just been hoping Timbo can pull something off here. I don't see it happening personally, just because of how dominant the Chubby Bunnies have been over the past, ever since they joined EGW, honestly. Yeah,
for sure. And like, we talk about it all the time. Like, Jessica has been taught by by literally her partner for everything that she knows, and her fighting style, but has the swag, like has the ability to be someone that's like not hated and resented, but like, damn, like I wish I could be her. Like, you know, like it's someone that like the other superstars are looking up to, as like that confidence and that beaming personality and the strut and the ability to do all the moves that everybody else could do and get the dubs. Like
Absolutely.
that's who Jessica is. So Timbo's got his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna have to put in a lot of work here for sure. And we know for a while Timbo's consistently he's trying. He's been trying. He consistently tries. He looks like he's locked in, but
yeah,
is he locked in enough?
I would say he's giving it the effort that you want to see out of him, but man, like it just doesn't feel like it's going his way for whatever he needs from it.
Yeah. And what's going on here?
Oh, Jessica's already ready out there with Stephanie, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't want him to get to the ring. This is Chubby Bunnies at its finest. This is oh my god, the ruthlessness of these two.
Honestly, this is something I kind of expected to see from them, and a spear
from Jessica
coming out of
outside, already wrapped up, trying to get Timbo. Picks him up effortlessly and over the head, suplexes and rolls through.
And again,
looking for a second one. This is just brutal. On the outside and a release this time. Timbo getting tossed around, not a care in the world from the Chubby Bunnies. Drives a knee across the face too. This is despicable.
It was unexpected for it to happen because like poor Timbo's already been taking a big brunt of like mental damage just because of how much he loses. But now with the Chubby, even going out of their way to attack him pre-match to try to make sure that he doesn't get a win over them is insane.
Yeah, and Stephanie's just watching up the ramp just to make sure that nobody's going to come down to help Timbo. Not that it feels like there's anybody that's here to help Timbo at this point, but that was just in case, it feels like. And the referee rings the bell and we're underway, and Timbo takes advantage and goes for the pin.
Only a 1 count. The referee there was kind of a little slow there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of pressure, I think, that he puts on Jessica here just to make sure, keep her honest, make sure that she knows that she has to kick out, and he's here to wrestle even if he does get attacked first.
Absolutely. Timbo does seem to be putting the pressure on the Jessica here, which hopefully turns out good for him. Of course, he did take that damage from earlier, so hopefully that doesn't come to effect too much, with Jessica also getting the counter onto him.
Yeah, he's been better. He's learned more from the people that he's wrestled with. He's learned from a champion. He's learned from somebody who's maybe not been in EGW, so a little bit more of a style that might be able to adapt into his own, because what he has been doing hasn't been working very much.
Yeah, he's definitely been picking up on stuff. Very slow learning, unfortunately, because everyone seems to pull out something else that does make him have to be looking up at the lights at the end. But he is putting a lot of pressure onto Jessica here.
Yeah, he worked on the rear choke, and now he's just working on the shoulder and the arm, and it's kind of keeping around the upper part of Jessica's body with the neck and the head, and the arm drag takedown there from Timbo, keeping the pressure on as she shakes out, tries to get the blood flow back, and uses the legs instead this time as he rolls through with a knee bar, but it's on a rope, and Timbo made sure that he was there, and Stephanie was not there to kind of help pull the rope away or anything, which was very fortunate for Timbo. Grapple from behind. Suplex, but taken down. Yeah, he rolls through.
A big drop kick to Jessica.
Yeah. Gets up just high enough. He's not the tallest superstar that we have, but it's enough to get up and kick Jessica and knock her down. She's in the corner as Timbo sets himself up. Saw the reversal coming. Kick to the back of the head. Again, keeps the pressure on the neck. Off the ropes he goes underneath and slams her down on the mat. Great combination from Timbo.
That's definitely gonna hurt a little bit in the morning there. And
Drop toe hold into a knee bar. He's got the pressure on. Kind of like a reverse figure four, but flipped over, and Jessica's just going to start punching him across the face.
One thing I have been noticing today with Timbo is he's been really good about putting pressure with submission moves onto a lot of different parts of the body. He put pressure onto the arms. He put pressure onto the legs now. I think he's just doing everything to
going for the pin
to make sure she can't win. But she's still kicking out here, so she's definitely not done quite yet. And a kick to Timbo's head.
Yeah. Jessica popping back up and going to get Irish whipped off the ropes here. Timbo waiting, swing around, spinning, neck breaker, down onto the mat goes Jessica as she rolls out of the ring quickly. Not happy with that at all. She's really getting worked over here.
Tries to roll him up.
Pin.
Not even a 1 count.
Nothing doing.
Jessica's getting a little bit heated here. She's just swinging at him.
This is just raining punches. This isn't something that Jessica normally does. Normally, it's a lot of drops, holds, and submissions, but this is just a lot of like physical fighting, a lot of bruiser mentality right here. Kicks to the face, disrespectful. I mean, hey, she attacked him before the match. Like, where's the respect anyway, right?
Yeah, honestly, fair enough. A lot of those punches seem very similar to what Stephanie does as well. So,
half Nelson suplex there from Timbo.
Maybe she picked up a little bit on what she does.
Drives the foot across the face in the corner. Momentum back in Timbo's side here. Jessica rolls out of the ring again. It's got to be upsetting Timbo, but he throws a haymaker right. Left hand as well. Through the ropes he goes.
Oh?
On the apron.
Oh!
And drops an elbow to the back that just got bruised on that apron, but Jessica's back up. She could take the punishment. Throws Timbo back into the ring. So referee's count only makes it to 3. Clothesline, big lariat from Timbo as he goes up to the top rope. Momentum fully on his side as he's calling for Jessica to get up. He's standing vertical. This is the tallest he's ever been. Double axe handle across the forehead, knocking Jessica down as he shoots for
Going for a
the sharpshooter, and it's locked in the middle of the ring. All that pressure on the neck, on the back, on the shoulder.
Whoa!
And Jessica taps, and Timbo gets his first win in EGW.
There's no way.
Timbo collects his first win against one of the hottest superstars in EGW against the Rabbits, who had double the pressure there, but he's learned. He's got value, he's got spunk, he's got tenacity, he's in the winners column as Timbo gets his first win in EGW.
Wow. Honestly, one thing I am kind of curious on here is did he possibly end up hearing me saying something? Hear me say that I had zero faith in him winning, and he was like, watch me.
Maybe he used it as momentum because
he must have.
He must have been hearing the people saying things like that. I'm sure he did. I'm sure at this point, Timbo has to have heard all the voices. The crowd, he walks by the crowd every single week. They've got to be getting to him, and maybe he hears our voices. And we've been talking. I wouldn't say trash. I feel like it's all true, but it's got to be something that's been irking him, and maybe he's been learning. He learned that move. That he knew exactly where to put Jessica. He knew what areas of the body to target. He locked in the submission. Nothing that Stephanie could do. Didn't even try to get disqualified. Just watched her teammate take the loss, and that is a big loss for the Rabbits right there.
Yeah, that like that's a big loss for them, especially getting tapped out by the person on the roster with
no wins, and now he has no wins.
And now he actually has a win. Arguably, the Professor Pep is now at the bottom now.
It's a big win for Timbo. I'm not gonna lie, because Pep's only win is versus Timbo. So
yeah, I
think you're right.
So I mean, Timbo getting a win over one of the most dominant newcomers to EGW that's massive. Like he's got to be feeling good over that.
I mean, I feel for him. I think he needed it, right? Like it's one of those things where it's like we see it and we don't want it to be happening. It's like a train wreck in front of our eyes, and then he finally pulls through, and a much needed win. I'm glad for him. Congrats to those that believed in Timbo. Your efforts have paid off finally. It is exactly what he needed, and he moves into the win column for the first time in EGW. More power to him. Much props.
Finally,
he definitely deserved it.
I'm very glad that he has not only proved everyone wrong, he's even proved me wrong with it. So I mean, that's a phenomenal thing for him.
Phenomenal. Like, yeah, no, he definitely deserved it. I mean, he's put the effort in every week. He's the person that we rely on here. You know, we don't want him to go away. We don't want him to lose. So, you know, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything to hurt other competitors at all. Like he's here to be a good dude and win and do it the right way and learn from people. And it looks like he finally learned.
Yeah, honestly, it was. I'm shocked that he won, but I'm also glad that he won. Finally getting into that win column that's so good for him.
Yep,
I'm glad
exactly.
He got that. But speaking of people with only one win and a lot of losses, we got the Professor of Pep versus Derek the Destroyer.
Yeah, Pep needs to. I don't even know if I want to say he needs a win because I don't think he cares, man. I don't think he does, which is like, that's fine. I think it's more important for Derek to get the win here tonight than it is for Pep. But I mean, we saw one of our lowest like win percentage superstars get a dub tonight. I mean, what's the difference if two of them get it? I guess at this point,
right? Like, but the thing is, it'd be so on brand for Pep to actually get a win here, whether it's count out or disqualification, just because if he gets a win, he could Pep all over Timbo with him. Like, hey,
oh, if he did, that's actually a great point that he would 100% Pep over Timbo because of that.
Yeah, and try to make Timbo a little bit tilted, even though he got a big win.
Maybe he definitely would do that. He'd pop out of a plant in the back to be like, Pep, see, I got my win too, and now you still have the least amount, and then like run away from him.
Yeah, pop out of a plant and be like, Pep, and just tell him that he's still a bottom.
Yep, exactly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 600 pounds, the Professor.
Now this is a man that's been pepping, trolling us just consistently nonstop ever since day one, honestly. It started with the weight, and then it went to the other superstars.
He doesn't really do it to be like a problem. He just does it, and I think it's like, I just think it's his mentality. I just think he's always gonna pep. I don't think he cares about winning or losing. I think he just cares about pepping.
Yeah, honestly, the Professor's here for a good time, not a long time. I feel like that's kind of his mentality.
Yeah, his matches are pretty quick. You're right.
Might be quick,
he usually
but
loses pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, he's been pepping.
And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 460 pounds, Chaotic Derek the Destroyer.
You know, this man's been nonstop wanting to pick up his wins. He's probably one of the most serious wrestlers that we have here, but in the same aspect, he's under the belief that he's never been pinned.
I think it's just like the same way that Pep wants to pep all the time. Derek hates losing. I just think he just doesn't want to lose. Like, he doesn't want to be wrong. He doesn't want to lose, even if he's been pinned or he's lost. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to hear it.
That's right. Those are memories that he does not keep locked in that brain of his. It immediately leaves. He doesn't care for those. He's only focused on winning.
Pep and Derek. And we're underway. Kick to the gut quick, but a tie-up just like Pep likes to do, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to grapple around and give him the little dance that he loves to do right here. So, a little side headlock, a little grooving, a little moving.
It looks like he might try to give him a little noogie.
Power tripped off the ropes he goes. Down under goes Derek. Up and over. Leapfrogs the big man. Drop kick into the corner, not off his feet. Drop kick from the corner. The Professor drops an elbow, but it's flying. And here's another elbow. Not flying this time, more dropping of it. And then he grabs on the elbow. This guy just does whatever he wants to do, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I almost called him Timbo. Oh my god, I'm getting my bottoms mixed up. Pep's just here enjoying life. He's here to mess around.
Wrist lock to put more pressure on the, yep, you guessed it, Sin, the elbow.
Yeah.
Up and over, but this time Derek's going to put pressure on the elbow. He's probably annoyed, probably a little bit perturbed by the Professor of Pep always pushing on the elbow. But maybe that's exactly what he wanted to do, was kind of throw him off his game. A lot of high flying from Derek. Slams him down on the back of his neck.
And big coffin drop.
Did hit him, but not a lot. Maybe on the elbow.
Might have been on the elbow.
Derek calling for Professor to get up on his Pepin feet. Drop kick to the head.
Oh my gosh.
Man is 7 foot tall, and he kicked him when he was 12 inches off the ground. Kick to the inside of the thigh. Wheelbarrow into DDT. Grabs and steps on the
elbow.
Knee to the elbow, excuse me. A little Pepin from him, too. Looked like he was going to step, and then he kneed. Flips him over. Waiting for him to get up.
And another drop kick to the head.
Yeah. Keeping the Professor of Pep grounded so he doesn't have to deal with that rolling thunder from the corner. Little dipsy flipsy do. A little bit of Pepin maybe from Derek in this match. Goes for the cover. A 2 count. Early. We did say that Pep's matches kind of end pretty early. He's going underneath the rope to go onto the apron, but this is kind of where Derek wants his opponent. Yep, shoulder right to the outside. Derek does not care for the well-being of his opponents.
Just like we said earlier, Derek is here only to win.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Kick to the bat. He did that moonsault onto the chest and stomach of Pep, and then a kick to the back there as he grabs him and throws him knee first into the stairs as Pep is now down and out. As Derek points at his opponent, showing him who's standing tall now. You could be 7 foot tall, but when you're flat on the ground on the outside, I'm the tallest one, and I'm in the ring. Out to the outside he goes. Drop kick to the knee as Pep kind of holds on. Goes for a little bit of a backbreaker there and just kind of lets Derek fall to the side, grabs hold of the arm, and he's like, I got your elbow. I got your elbow.
he just really wants that elbow.
I think that's his gameplay in this match, if I'm not mistaken. Drags Derek over. Looking for the announce table of people that we've never met before in our lives, but Irish whip into
those jabronis are. they must be the French announce table or something.
Suplex onto the rail he goes, and a kick across the face as the referee's count is now up to 7. And Derek is up to the top rope, and the referee is up to 8, and a gigantic coup de grace from the top rope.
Oh my god!
And he just shimmies on him, and he says, I got your number. It's a 2 count now since he got back into the ring, technically on the top rope. And a kick to the face, and that coup de grace did nothing to the Professor of Pep. And an elbow, yes, an elbow to the gut. Derek runs across the steps for some reason. He gets back into the ring as Pep follows under, but he trips him up a little bit because he's so tall. Shot to the back. Irish whip, reversed, up and over goes Pep. Grabbed on, shoulder to the balls, and then he grabs for that power bomb on the outside. Springboard, perfectly executed. Kick to the inner thigh again, and the inner thigh is used this time to kick Derek off of him. As he's up to the side, but he goes up to the top for some reason. Derek is well aware as he's in the ring, and Professor Pep tries to turn around, but he can't. He gets powerbombed in the ring. Derek misses a kick on a 7-foot-tall man. Kicks him in the back that time. As he goes up to the top rope, springboards himself right up there. He's got all that athleticism. Looking for the 5-star frog splash. Goes for the pin. This could be it. And that'll do it. The Professor of Pep is sold again. Well, I guess Pep can't go back and Pep on Timbo for that match specifically, but I mean, maybe the Pep got his point across when he was just pulling on the elbow of Derek the entire match. I don't really know what that game plan was, but it didn't work.
My theory is he was trying to go for a little tickle bone action here.
You know what?
That's my theory. He thought it'd be fun to go for a little tickle bone.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if Pep plays that game, but it feels like he does after watching that travesty of a match for him. That was a pretty quick match. We did talk about how quick those matches are. We're very thankful for Pep for giving us a quick turnaround on a match.
But unfortunately, that does secure Pep as the lowest win rate.
Yeah, I think we're
actually well no, it puts him on par with Timbo, but Timbo pinned a stronger opponent.
Yeah, exactly. And even though Pep did get that win over Timbo, that was at a time that maybe not necessarily where it was like Timbo's best showing. So, you know, it I don't know, man. Pep is interesting.
Pep is peppin'. That's all that we know.
My gosh, man.
Sometimes I just want to have a conversation with Pep just to see how his brain ticks. But even
I mean, I was gonna say I don't really know if that's gonna get you anywhere because like I feel like you're just gonna be more confused by the end of it.
100%. I think I'd be going in there with like, I don't know, like 10 questions. I would come out of it with 30 more.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm thinking too.
There's absolutely no other way that would go in full honesty. But the next match we have here, it's not a one-on-one. We have a tag match here. We got the Great Minds, which there is merch for them if you guys want to check that out.
It should be paid if it's an
and all the profit does go to charity if you guys want to check that out. Support the Great Minds and their great cause. But tonight we have those two, Great Minds. I'm losing my mind here. Speaking of which, speaking of minds, they're up against the two high flyers who have been pretty much wrestling soulmates at this point, B-Manter and Sean.
Yeah, the high flying and the aptitude of these two wrestlers they have against each other kind of translates pretty well. It'd be interesting to see, like, when they do tag team moves together, like, what kind of expertise we get out of both of those. But the Great Minds have been doing well. It's been a lot better recently. They've been putting together some strong matches. It's something that we've seen develop, and we've been waiting for them to be a tag team. This would be a good test for B and Sean to see if they could make it into the tag team division. They've never tagged it before, so we'll see how that goes in EGW. Maybe they've done it in their past, maybe some other competition, but this will be a good test for both sides because while they're both really good singles competitors, we need to see how they do as tag team partners, and the Great Minds are about to put on another tag team expose, being that they're best friends and bros, and they knuckle touch. It's great.
Absolutely. But because ads are supposed to be running in about 6 minutes, we are going to run those ads now. just so you guys don't miss a single bit of the action. So yeah, I mean, the prediction is pretty much done. So we'll be here. We'll be chatting away. If you guys don't want to, you see the ads, you guys can of course sub if you guys want to. It's never mandatory. Or you guys can just get Twitch Turbo, I think is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna get those ads ran. Oh, as soon as those are going, there we go. Those are going. But the people who do have subs, you guys aren't none of the ones yet, because the stream is sponsored and powered by W Energy. They have a genderless energy formula with caffeine. Each scoop of their powder is equivalent to 2 cups of coffee. They actually did recently introduce 2 new hydro flavors, which are caffeine free. They have, I forget which ones it is. I believe it's one of those grandma's lemonade, which I'm curious to try. And I'm trying a big blank on what the other one is right now. But we are gonna get ourselves fueled up with a little bit of W energy here. But they also just dropped a brand new anime collab with Chainsaw Man. So if you guys are wanting to check that out, I think it's like an orange flavor or something like that. I think it was like bloody orange or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't remember. I'm gonna probably try to pick up those soon here at some point. They also have Chainsaw Man shakers and everything like that. So if you guys are into anime, if you guys are into Chainsaw Man, now's your opportunity. Use code SitNextRealize on w.gg for 10% off. Every W purchase you get helps with our pyro budget. So please help a brother out.
I can't believe Timbo got a win.
Yeah, dude. I'm actually kind of jazzed about it.
I'm also stoked for him too. I hope he gets to watch it. I'm sure he'll try to watch the VOD or something, but
Oh, absolutely. And like, I mean,
he would have popped off.
and I mean, because we are also streaming on both YouTube and Twitch now, it'll be easily accessible for everyone on the YouTube page as well. If you guys want to subscribe, maybe even leave a lurk over there. Help us out a little, you know? Let's see. I mean, everything's been going pretty smooth. I've been seeing like a little bit of frame droppiness every now and then.
No, it's been doing much better. I don't think we've had much trouble at all, honestly, tonight. It's been really good.
Yeah, there was like a few little.
I have everything up too. Like I have Discord, but then I have Twitch and I have YouTube. I haven't seen really anything going too bad.
Yeah, I noticed. I don't know like if it actually like froze on like stream itself, but like during, I think it was Derek's entrance or something like that. There was something like it froze for, like it was like maybe like 2 seconds or something like that. But like I don't think it was a serious thing. All right, it looks like we're back from ads. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, watchers, viewers, YouTube frogs, all of you. Love you all. Kisses. Yeah, we are going to get into that tag team match of Great Minds versus B and Sean. One thing I do want to mention, B does have that shot caller contract. She won that during the last Super Show. She's gonna be carrying that dang thing around. So that'll be really
carrying that dang thing around. She's gonna be carrying it into that match later, brother. When she can see
imagine.
That'd be hilarious. Going from the tag team match to go fucking do that. That'd be crazy.
That'd be kind of gas. Hold on.
I'd be down for it. Also, the stat sheets are all updated if you guys are following along. I mean, on top of it tonight.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 355 pounds, showstopper, Ben and Ed, head of boy, the Brain Busters.
Great minds, knuckle touching, and bro. Ship, I guess you would call it. Ship these bros. They're amazing together. They have a great chemistry. They know how each other wrestle. They are each other's biggest supporters. And man, do they have an awesome shirt that is available for you to purchase, which the proceeds go to breast cancer research. Right in the pin tweet. Pin message.
And it's also only for this month, so you guys better get it.
Hurry up. Get it.
From Germany, the Queen Bee.
And here comes B down to the ring, actually carrying the shot caller contract with her, showing that she does indeed have it, and that there's nothing stopping her from calling her shot at any moment in time.
Yeah, it's kind of like an omen, right, to Ross to know that it's here and that B is here. Like, no matter what, it has the Shot Caller Championship contract in that briefcase, and he's wrestling tonight. Like, it's a little ominous.
Yeah, I mean, if that thing got cashed in on, like, I mean, what are we gonna do with that? Like, we could immediately this week would have a new champ.
And from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Sean Moore.
Good God.
I keep forgetting about this bitches, Pyro.
They need to be a tag team so we can limit the amount of pyro. Like, if we cut it in
Please.
half, right? Like, B doesn't have a lot and he has too much. So if we cut it in half, surely?
I don't even think B has any right now. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm down with it. Let's cut the pyro in half.
I paid my dues.
You only paid it to him. I still haven't seen any of it. Wait, true.
B and
Please
Sean
go
versus
for it.
the Great Minds. And we're underway. In this tag team competition, as Ben kicks quickly to the head, springboard head scissor misses as B steps out of the way. Quick high-flying action, a kick to the face, kick to the gut, kick to the face again for B, and a punch across, and just really taking the pressure up to Ben, trying to show the speed, and a face buster drags him straight down.
Surprisingly enough, with how quick B moves, she thinks a lot on her feet. Like
Neckbreaker from Sean.
like the amount of movement that she was able to do and still be so calculated with every hit she made on him was insane.
Huge springboard from Sean as he goes for the pin, but Tendo Boy steps into the ring and breaks it up. You're right, and you know what? It's actually interesting because B did all that pressure, that moves, that high-flying action, and tagged that immediately, so, like, really conserving a lot of energy. Get the high flurry off, let Sean come in, do some more of this technical wrestling, and maybe that's going to work out for the two of them, where B does all the high-impact moves quickly, and then Sean comes in and slows the pace down and takes care of the opponent.
Yeah, that might be
Standing
something
moves
that
gets countered.
that might be something that does end up working out for them. I am really curious to see how that goes for them. If they can
Roll
manage,
through and then the springboard DDT.
if they can manage to pull a win over the Great Minds here, that might mean like both Sean and B could inevitably end up being a viable competitor for the tag titles once those get introduced.
Big shots to the back here as Ben is up against the ropes and getting a couple more in there as Sean makes the healthy tag out to B as Ben crawls to the corner and gets a tag. Maybe took a little bit too much time as B is going for some kind of move there, but a leg drop from Tendo Boy to kind of slow the pace down. Kick to the face, kick to the leg, back chop, kick to the gut. B going for the punch again, but blocked by Tendo Boy and punch back across as these two exchange. And Tendo Boy walks her over to the ropes to start slowing the pace down a little bit.
One thing I will mention is that Ben was laid out flat on the outside because he decided to roll out. But now he is back up on the rope though, which is good that he's not too hurt about it. But now there is a count happening on the outside. Hopefully it does.
German suplex on the outside.
We could play this smart and just make a very calculated move of keeping him on the outside.
He trying to Irish whip Tendo Boy off the steps, but missed twice. Back into the ring they go and tie up from behind. B going for the unpretty B, but nope. Into a bulldog.
Into the B dog.
Huge springboard across the back. Just like Sean did to Ben, rolls him over and goes for the cover.
Was that off the top rope?
Yep, top rope.
Oh my god.
So quick.
I didn't know she had leaps like that.
She's got wings, Sin. Come on. Face buster off the knee.
I didn't think that they would help at all, in all honesty. I thought they were just a cosmetic.
Roll up. Referee not counting. Goes for the 1 count. B trying the somersault, little bit of a flip. Missing. Irish whipped into their corner now, and this is where the great minds want to be, but a block from the double team there as B.
Standing Spanish fly.
Spanish fly.
Looks like they're both going to get a tag out here.
Yeah, Tendo Boy over in the corner, and B tags out. Still in good shape, but maybe needed to get out there. But this is not who Sean wants to see right now. Ben is fresh off the side there. Hurricane Rana spinning around the top. The high flying, the tassels moving. Springboard moonsault showing off his own acrobatics.
As well.
That's big EG right there. That's big AIR, big EG.
A big
Splash
EG
in the corner misses. A kick to the gut.
Oh. Going for the pin now too. Tendo Boy breaking it up.
There to break up the break up the pin there.
Ben crawling up into the corner. Trying to staring him down. I think he took a little bit too much time. Yeah.
Yeah, kick to the face from Ben. Now he's got Sean out on his back. And this is exactly where Ben wants to be now. Now he gets to dissect, put into his corner, have the tag in. Tendo Boy and Ben going for the double team here. Big shot to the gut as Tendo takes the backslide, goes for the pin, has Sean out.
And a
kick out of 1. As they stare each other down here. Onto the shoulders he goes. Off the knee again. And was back, dragging him around a little bit, maybe more towards the center of the ring this time. Tendo kind of lining up his opponent, seeing what he wants to do here. Both legs grabbed, arms pulled back. A submission attempt here as he has him strewn out of this in the middle, but B coming in to break it up, and Sean flips off. That's a little bit of a tag team I see right there. Wouldn't you say? A little bit of an effort for each other. That's pretty good.
I think at the end of the day, these two competitors facing Great Minds do know that even though they aren't necessarily a tag team at the moment, they do know that winning is a necessity in any match.
Into the gut, caught there. Up into a power bomb. Down to both these, maybe a little more impact, driving B into the mat. Irish whip again, over to the corner. This is exactly what a tag team would do. This is how you keep the pressure on your opponents, and it's something that B and Sean would have to learn. Oh, but years of practice from these two best knuckle-touching friends. You don't see anything better here in EGW than these two partnered up Springboard from the bottom rope. Maybe missed. Calculated. Maybe needed a different rope to go off of, but that's okay because B didn't get up, so Ben gets back to his feet. Little misfire over to the ropes.
B with the counter finally.
Little face buster there. But a kip up from Ben. Rolls through.
Oh my God.
Swinging with the face buster. Dropping B down. That's going to keep her out. Back into the corner he goes, and another tag for the fresh legs of Tendo Boy. And here comes Ben. Buddy grab and a shoulder tackle right there. Propelled him like a missile.
Shawn coming to break up the pin.
Yeah, Shawn breaking up the pin. Definitely wants his tag team to win. Definitely wants to win. Is this because of the camaraderie, or is this because he hates losing? Tendo Boy setting up. Big powerbomb incoming. No. Blocked by B.
One thing I will say is that I believe that they have like a mutual respect for each other. Oh, over the amount of like times that they fought, like they both know everything about them. They have more than enough respect for each other in the ring to be able to put their own differences aside to work together to try to take on the Great Minds.
Standing moonsault from Shawn as he goes from the middle rope for another moonsault, going up for a little bit more elevation.
One more. Tags B back in.
Could be looking for a B sting here. Maybe he wants B to put out the opponent.
Bringing Tendo into the corner. Tendo did get the reverse. Looks like he's gonna go tag Ben back in. And what was that? Running? I don't even know what that was called. Running senton kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a running senton because does the front flip and hits right onto the chest there. Would be kick to the face. Irish whip into the corner, not his corner this time.
No, just
a corner. For a big splash. Oh, actually, combination throws in 619 in the corner. Springboard, head scissor takedown. But a tag is made quickly. Shawn with all the pain on Ben, and now he's laid out in the ring, and so is B. Hasn't been able to make it out of the ring yet. Tilt-a-whirl, head scissor takedown. As Ben tries to roll out of the ring, but Shawn blocks him. Stands up his opponent. Grabbed by the head, walked over to the corner.
It seems like everyone loves that corner right now.
It's a good one.
Like everyone's been there.
And dropping Shawn on the back of the head and the neck. In the middle of the ring we are. Kick to the leg. Up and over. Roll through. Small little power bomb. Walks over to his best friend, buddy, partner in crime. Tendo Boy tagged in.
It does the same thing back to him, but instead tries to pin him. And Ben barely stopping the pin.
Yeah, with a shot to the face there.
That could have turned out bad for him. If he didn't get in the ring fast enough, that very well could have been the end.
Forearm to the face there from Tendo Boy, showing some brute force. A little bit of leg choke with elbows raining down. Kick to the gut. Tendo Boy. A little drift.
A little bit of a Joy-Con drift. But B quickly knowing that could have been the end of the match and stopped them.
B just running off the ropes here. Kind of trying to distract Tendo Boy, who is distracted. It goes after B, who's not the legal participant in this match. Scoop slam. Oh, Shawn misses.
Oh.
Tendo Boy with a super kick to the back of the neck. Kick to the stomach and steps over. B is out on the outside. This is the time for Tendo to take advantage. Scooped up. A driver, and he's out on his back there. Submission time.
Looks like he is going to try to make Shawn tap
in the middle of the ring, too.
He does end up letting Shawn go.
What about the clothesline and a bulldog? Wobbly
Sean
is
back
Sean in
up.
the middle of the ring, but he's back up. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT.
I almost called it a spinneroonie. That wouldn't be right.
Break my spinneroonie off. Irish whip into the corner. Goes. Ooh, Tender Boy with the reversal. Runs into Sean. Kick to the knee. Grabs the arm. Roll through. This is a pin combination.
And he gets
And that'll
it.
do it.
Wow.
The quickness, the speed from the newly formed tag team, and B can't stop winning. Sean and B together for the first time and puts one over on the Great Minds.
Wow, that's not looking good for the Great Minds, honestly, but it's looking great for those two. That was kind of a shocking end. I'll be honest, I thought Ben was going to come in and break that up, but maybe he felt confident enough with Tendo Boy being able to get out of that roll up.
Yeah, that didn't work out for him.
Yeah,
I don't really know what the idea was there, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Normally Ben, being Big EG, puts a lot of thought behind his plans. It looks like he didn't think that one through.
Yeah, I mean, to be the tag team there and to lose it when it's your style and two people who have never been in a tag team match before, I'd be pretty embarrassed if I was them.
Yeah, it's either A, really embarrassing, or B, both B and Sean just know how to work well together. That could very well just end up being the case.
I mean, similar styles. We talked about it too, right? Like, it's possible that they knew exactly what they were doing getting into that match together.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they knew they complemented each other, or maybe Sean wants B to get the championship, maybe use a favor or something. Hey, we're a tag team. Give me a shot.
That's right. But I mean, she can call her shot literally at any time. If you really want to think about it.
Oh yeah, man. I am killing it tonight. Everything is just updated at all times. We're killing it.
Hell yeah, we love that. But speaking of killing, we have two men here that probably could kill each other if they really wanted to.
If they really wanted to.
They really want to.
True.
We have the former EGW champion Lahroo taking on a man that he did have a little bit of feud with coming out of the inaugural tournament with Turk on the other side of the ring.
Yeah, and I mean, they're two of our strongest competitors, right? And we know how much they put into and trying to win the championship. Lahroo having the taste of the championship himself, and Turk being very close twice, but not having it. I mean, these two competitors are what it is all about, being the heavyweights of an organization, and EGW looks no further than this match as being the pinnacle of the big heavy hitters. We'll see how this one goes, too, for sure, for the night for them.
Absolutely. Hopefully we end up seeing some more Earn 5s coming out of Lahroo. Both these men have been on their A game a little bit recently. Lahroo cratered a little bit. He's starting to come back up, rising from the ashes of whatever the hell Maloney was doing with him. Turk, I think he's learning a little bit better about controlling his anger and his strength. Possibly, I've noticed he hasn't
turned it into more like.
He hasn't been
He's
getting
really turned
busted
it
up
into more
much.
like, yeah, and he's turned it into like actually like some high flying offense too, which is like surprising that the big man gets up that much, you know?
Yeah, he's starting to put some new moves into his arsenal.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is definitely one match that a lot of people would think would be an amazing match to just see unfold again, because it's one that we haven't seen in a long time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 290 pounds,
Oh yeah, and there's the rest of that pyro budget.
Oh yeah. You know what? I forgot.
It's still going. Jeez.
What the hell, man? Yeah, check your hair to see if it's still on top of your freaking helmet there, Lahroo. Jeez.
I
burned off all the hair on his arms and his chest to leave all the veins. That's all I see now.
I mean, it's a good thing he's already bald. In all fairness, that the helmet probably just helps protect the beard a little bit, and that's about it. That's the only thing that's really trying to protect.
Didn't singe his beard and eyebrows off with that pyro.
If it was anyone else, they would have been pretty much on fire. I will say Lahroo has been coming back to being a dominant force in EGW. Slowly climbing his way back up. If he can manage to pull another win over Turk and assert assert dominance over one of the largest men in EGW, then maybe that means something. Maybe that'll bring him up into the higher echelon of competitors again. But it's been a while.
Yeah, the fact that he's been earned fives and Spartan punches has been much better for him.
And his opponent from Reykjavik, Iceland, weighing in at 430 pounds, Turner the Mercer Lees.
And as we say about this man, every time we see him, no bread, no water, just meat. That's all this man is. He is just he's just a hefty man. Hefty man. Lots of power behind him too. One thing I am wondering is if this matchup might bring out that inner rage that Turk has against Lahroo, because he had a little bit of a vendetta on for him for a little bit, especially beating him for the inaugural championship.
He's gonna need it if he's gonna get the win tonight too.
Absolutely.
Turk, Lahroo. We're underway as they both come crashing out, but a swinging net breaker already from Lahroo coming out, flying at him as he picks him up and drives his head into the mat. Looking to take out Turk early and quickly, but Turk sweeps the leg and drops him on his back as he flips him back over. Put the pressure. This is more the fighting style we've come to know now from Turk, where he goes after body parts, kind of dismantling his opponents, while we get the heavy haymakers and the big impactful backdrop, big moves from Lahroo to put pressure on his opponents in a different way.
Now Lahroo just taking big swings on Turk, beating him while he's down almost. Look to put some damage onto it. Looks like the hand of Turk.
If he takes that out, he takes away that choke slam that Turk's been using against his opponents. A big lariat takedown, clothesline, whatever you want to call it. As he's calling for the Spartan punch already, but a big uppercut, some chops, a big overhand right, shot to the gut. Turk is against the ropes, and he is not feeling good. Chop to the chest, leg over, pulls on, and dissecting body parts. Maybe a little bit of Turk's game plan there.
Lahroo's been doing nothing but putting an insane amount of pressure on Turk.
Into the corner he goes, shoulder first.
It's been a while since we've seen Lahroo this dominant, especially against anyone. But seems like
all the momentum in the beginning here is all Lahroo.
It seems like Turk hasn't even had any room to breathe. But also that was still only a 1 count, by the way.
You know, Lahroo might be putting the pressure on, but Turk's not going to give up easily, right? Even with all this intimidation technique and the punch to the ground for the Spartan punch calling. Picked up and brought over to the corner. A little bit of snake eyes in the corner. Goes Turk, and he's out on his back as Lahroo goes to the top, but Turk is back up. He was playing possum, waiting for Lahroo to get up to the top. Misses the punch, gets an elbow to the back of the head, maybe a little woozy, rolling, trying to get out of the ring.
An elbow to stop Lahroo.
Scooped up. Lahroo is up now.
Hang him on the top
he
rope.
goes. Just picks him up and throws him like a little piece of paper into the garbage.
I'll be honest. I thought he was trying to rip his shoe off.
I mean, he could have tried to. He could have probably done it too.
Yeah.
Over the top goes Lahroo.
And a big
Samoan drop.
Going for the
From his
pin
mentor,
on him.
Roman Reigns.
And a 2 count. Getting ever so closer to that 3.
Sweep the leg again from Turk as he puts Lahroo out on his back, but Lahroo kicking Turk off of him, said, "You can't do that to me." The Spartan Punch ever looming. We see it time and time again now. Wrench a little bit overhead suplex from the side. Flying elbow dropped onto the chin, wherever that is, on Turk.
Has a chin?
Kick with Turk. Yeah, I think it's somewhere around there.
Something like that.
Dodging. Into the gut.
Looks
Under
like
he
it wasn't
goes.
enough.
Up top. Big powerbomb
And
coming up. Lined up. Slammed in the
slams
middle
him
of the
into-
ring.
Oh, is he going for it?
Could it be an R5?
And a big
And
R5 to the
connects.
big man.
And the pin combination.
And a 3 count. Putting
And that's
Turk
it. What a-
down.
Dominant performance from Lahroo there. Incredible. What a different person he is since dropping the Wise Maloney. Fighting his way back up into title contention, and Ross has got to be looking from the back. Even though he has a match right now, he probably had to have his eyes on this one, knowing that these two competitors were what he's looking for the next contender against him for his championship.
Absolutely. Especially with those two, like having an opportunity to win the titles. One of them being one previously, and then losing it to Ross. So the fact that he is making his way back is like that's massive for him. Because like
Hard work, dedication, determination from him. You know, it's something that he always prides himself on, and now we're seeing it in full-fledged action as he is going to make it a statement of himself getting back to the top.
Absolutely. Like the fact that Lahroo's been on, he's just been taking names at this point. He's been going insane on every competitor. The fact that he was able to put away Turk that easily, by the way, that wasn't a long match.
Effortless to put Turk away, and made sure that it was not even a contention, because we didn't really see very much offense from Turk either there. That's got a sting, and I don't know where that puts Turk in for the future.
All I know is Turk. If I was in Turk's shoes, I'd probably be a little bit pissed about that.
I mean, he's pissed all the time. Yeah, I don't know if it's working out for him at this point. He might just be going in too angry.
I think he's starting to spiral, in all honesty.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this puts him in his mentality. Maybe we can get a word out of him that makes him doesn't want to look like he wants to eat me in the backstage or something.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I know, you're right. Probably,
That's all I gotta say is
probably
good
not the
luck
best
with
question to
that.
ask him right now. Hey, buddy, how's it feel to lose? And then I get thrown through a wall, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I see that happening. But we do have the next match here coming up. We have the two newest members of the EGW roster. We have Azure versus Funky Xela.
Yeah, Azure, like we talked about earlier, that high-flying offense, Rey Mysterio-esque, but you know what? A little bit more than that, more like an AJ Styles, and just kind of like getting in here, being that luchador, being that person that's exciting, got the flair, got the flash. Definitely has the ability to put on a great performance tonight. It could be another match that he needs in the win category. But then again, Xela putting on good performances as well, coming new, fresh blood, both of them. But Xela getting paired with Timbo, maybe not the best experience. Getting thrown into the Shot Caller Championship contract match, not winning, but not putting up a bad show, not taking a loss. So maybe this is just kind of like no losses for Funky Xela, so maybe Xela comes out, grooving, shimmying, putting the legs together, seeing how it goes, and then maybe Azure takes the L here from Xela and starts putting Xela on the map. Who knows?
Yeah, like honestly, this match can go either way, and would boost well them pretty well. I think Azure already has, was it like 2 losses maybe, or 1 at least?
Yeah. So Azure beating Timbo in his first match, losing to Sean, getting pinned, and then actually not taking the loss specifically in the match, but was in a triple threat match with Turk and Professor Pep, which Turk pinned Pep in that matchup. So part of 3 matches already, 1 pinfall loss, 1 pinfall win, and then kind of like not involved in the decision, but also, you know, takes the loss in a triple threat. So while it does reflect 1 and 2, it kind of does feel like a 1-1-1, you know? Kind of like an even 500 almost.
Yeah, right now Azure is sitting nice and pretty in the middle. If he can manage to get this win over Xela, and I mean, he's in the positive.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them, for that fact.
If you get put in the positive, that's a W. Like if you, as long as you're doing better than Pep and Timbo, you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
This goddamn smoke show.
Good lord!
He needs to
Does this
stop.
stuff catch on fire? We talked about the glitz and the pizzazz here coming out.
And
Oh,
Funky
Xela attacking Azure before the match here. Man, another one tonight. Another opponent taking, and he just deadlifts him up off the ground. Xela has a military press above his head. Funky fresh on his face he goes as he gets press slammed to the ground, and Azure kicked to the head. Cannot be feeling great after that, getting attacked early before the match.
Man, I would not be thrilled having to deal with that. I honestly, I'm trying to figure out how Funky was breathing right during that attack.
Yeah, he might have been able to sneak in there because of how much smoke was actually out and around. He might have been scouting that out. Maybe it's just something that he's here to prove that he has what it takes to not only be like one of the coolest cats in all of existence, but also somebody who can kind of scout out their opponent and be able to take them down. As Xela throws Azure into the ring, and the referee calls for the bell, and not out of his gear from the ramp yet, and kind of can't see, maybe a little bit choked up for that as a slam on the back of the knee, back to the knee there. A little backbreaker there as Azure kind of regains himself, flips up over the top rope. But Xela not giving him a chance to breathe as he brings him up for a torture rack here, kind of. And just throws him over his head. A lot of power from Funky Xela early on. And he says, groovy, man. I'll give you some time to breathe.
Looks like Azure was able to get that jacket off now.
Yeah, gave him the chance to like kind of get up and kind of get started. Maybe just kind of like a little bit of intimidation here, kind of a little showmanship.
A little bit of concerning dominance.
Yeah, for sure.
Neither went to the other side of the rope, but Funky played it smart.
Yeah, Xela read that and he just rolled right out of the ring, not trying to take any springboard moves early to not get popped with one of those.
Now it looks like he's putting some pressure onto Azure's arm.
If you can keep Azure off his feet and maybe like put some pressure on some of those limbs, he can't really do those high flying moves, right?
Absolutely. I was gonna say targeting Azure's legs would be a phenomenal call for Xela. But it looks like Azure did get the reverse on Funky Xela, putting some pressure onto that arm. Now reversed again.
Tie up as they're jostling for position, and this time Xela's sweeping the legs, and out to the face goes Azure with a hard punch across the face, hanging out on the ropes.
Clotheslines him to the outside.
And Xela is just kind of having his way, and maybe the early dissidents in the matchup, kind of getting to Azure, who kept up on the outside and throws Xela into the ring post. Solid metal right there.
You'll leave a mark for sure.
Chopping kicks to the legs on both sides as Azure Irish whips and tripping down and hitting his knee. Maybe on the concrete there, maybe on the metal. Couldn't really see. Hand across, also onto the concrete. The pads over the concrete, of course, but
might as well just be concrete at this point.
Into the Spanish announced broadcast as the elbow gets dropped across the face and a couple punches and hits. But Xela's ready to fight back. Referee's count is up to 6. Elbows to the gut goes Azure. Couple to the stomach area. Drop kick down goes Xela, and the referee's count is up to 7. Picks him up. Looking to bring him into the ring post, maybe. Elbows from Xela. Referee's count is up to 8. Tie up on the outside.
What is going on
Xela
here?
looking for the sidewalk slam. Flips through. They're both coming into the ring, and they beat the count of 9 together. No one could get them.
I was so convinced it was going to be a double count out at 10.
Yeah, no one could get one over on the opponent. That's kind of what held it so that neither of them did get counted out, but it was close. If that sidewalk slam had connected, we might have both had a double count out, like you said. Pin attempt here.
Only a one count. I'm trying to figure out what Xela's trying to do here. He's just kind of spinning him around.
Yeah, he wants him like in a specific spot, but honestly, you know what? He's kind of cool just grooving and being funky with it. Punch missed as Azure rolls through, but a punch just connects, and it's a German suplex here, holding the wrist, locking, looking for maybe a couple of them, and a clothesline inside out goes Azure as he's set up now, as he's groggy back to his feet, as Xela watches him. And a bit of end of days there. A little groovy. Have mercy. And a 2 count.
Kick out from Azure. Wasn't enough to put Azure down for the night.
But Xela is still pumped up and goes to the top rope as Azure is just wobbly on the middle of the ring here.
Double axe
handle across the back of the neck. Yeah, double axe handle as Azure crawls under the rope, trying to get his footing. He's on the apron right now as Xela lets him get back up to his feet. A left hand punch out to the outside, and maybe, yes, dropping him back first on the apron. Impactful. Groovy elbow missing. Wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow
to the DDT. To the gut blocked. Xela with a big elbow across the face. Shot to the back. Kick to the gut. Gut wrench. Maybe looking for a little bit of a razor's edge there, but gets clothesline down for his efforts. Looks like it was going to be reverse, kind of just tying each other up, kind of matching each other's energy on the outside. Xela is Irish whipped and falls down on the outside as Azure gets into the ring. And he's kind of just chilling now. And Xela is taunting on the outside. He's just grooving. He doesn't care.
What's Azure doing?
On the corner, Azure's taking the top of the turnbuckle off. Head scissor takedown Hurricane Rana. And now that turnbuckle is exposed over there. That could lead to some damage. Kicks to the legs, a bunch of kicks to the legs, and the head scissor. Again, the Hurricane Rana taking down Xela. Top rope goes Azure, setting up. Looking for a frog splash. Pin.
Go for the pin. And a kick out from Xela.
2 3/4 as Xela rolls the shoulder out with the kick. Does not want to go down like that. Kick to the gut. Set up now. And a destroyer. In the corner goes Xela. He might be close to the rope. He just needs to reach out, possibly, but the pin.
It's still
and a 2 count. Xela's showing a little bit of dominance and resilience here by kicking out of a couple of special
This man's got
moves.
the funk.
Kick to the face. 1.
See,
Moonsault from the bottom rope as the referee is attending to the corner. 2 moonsaults. Can Azure hit the 3rd one as he jumps to the top?
And
3
he hits the 3rd.
moonsaults.
And that's enough to put Xela down for the night.
Not enough from Xela as Azure secures a big win for him. Even being attacked before the match wasn't enough. again, the person that was attacked before the match began is the victor instead of the one that was maybe supposed to be put down. Maybe kind of like had an advantage against him. Hasn't happened tonight.
It seems like the attacks don't, honestly, they haven't really been very beneficial to anyone at this point.
They've been like motivating the people to win instead.
Yeah,
It's funny.
it's like it makes them more determined to get a win and be like, no, that's not going to be enough. You got to do more than that.
That gives Azure his second win, and unfortunately Xela not having a win yet. Maybe a little bit different than the other circumstances this time. Taking well, this match probably lasted a little bit longer than the other ones, but yeah, not a winner just yet. Is Xela.
But the next match that we have here, ladies and gents, is our main event of the night. We have Jameson Walker versus our EGW champion, Ross.
And looming in the background, somewhere backstage, after a huge victory with Sean, B, maybe watching this match pretty intently, because B has the Shot Caller Championship, and the champion is in action tonight. Very interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll have to see if anything gets cashed in.
Hey, you bored? Wake up.
No.
Got one more match.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I just need to drink some more W. Gotta drink some more W.
Guy plugs W, he's not even drinking it. This guy's crazy.
There. All right, and Jameson and Ross have had a few matches here and there, I think. Our most important one was that ladder match, and this is the first time they're facing off since Ross became the EGW champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 240 pounds, Walker!
Walker is clearly one of the fan favorites here in EGW, and every week he comes out, he puts on a show, he has been successful, he has been one of a kind. It's been awesome to watch him go up against any competition that gets thrown at him, not even a question, doesn't care, and puts together these spectacular matches.
I mean, Ross is out here just he attacked them before the match was even started.
Another attack from a superstar before anybody could get down to the ring. Last two times it's happened, it hasn't really worked out in the person who was attacking his favor, but that is a devastating pile driver on the outside, and those goggles on top might have impacted that head area a little bit more than it would have normally.
Absolutely, and I mean the fact that Ross is doing that, he knows he needs to be making sure he gets his wins where he can, and even if that means being a sneaky son of a gun to cause a little bit more damage to the opponent, he might just have to do it.
Yeah, Ross wants to get out of this match probably early and quickly, right? Because he knows B is in the backstage trying to hawk down an opportunity, and he doesn't know if B is that person to cash in while he's already in a match or what it may be.
Absolutely. Like, sorry. Ross has to keep his head on a swivel like at all times. The faster that he can end a match, the better it is for him, because he needs to get out of the ring as fast as possible to save himself from the possibility of getting the shot called on him.
Jameson running Bulldog out of the corner, putting the pressure on the champion as he goes for the pin.
And a kick out
Already
from
a
Ross.
2 count. Man, Ross is taking too many vacations. Maybe he's getting out of shape.
Could very well be the case here, honestly.
Elbow tie up as he's holding locked in, but Ross with a couple shots to the gut. Roll through calf crusher here. This is a submission that he won very early with in a move, but the veteran Jameson with his feet draped across the ropes knows exactly where he is at all times in the ring as Ross calls for him to get up here.
Doing the same thing to him.
Yeah, looking like, but telegraphed immediately by Jameson, who says, nah, kid, that's my move. Arm drag takedown this time, though. Yeah, the quickness might catch up because Ross is quick. He is athletic. I know he takes vacations. I know he takes time off, but he is definitely still more athletic than Jameson. I don't think he would argue that.
A big spear.
In the middle of the ring, out, draped, leg pulled.
Wow.
And that's a 3 count. That's exactly what Ross needed early in this match. Maybe not the most fair way to handle business, but he gets the job done, and the crowd is not happy about their favorite getting pinned in that manner. Very quick finish to that match, and kudos to Ross for being an absolute jerk and taking it early and making sure that he gets the advantage without his opponent even getting into the ring and beating him on the outside.
Yeah, that was honestly very unfortunate for Jameson. It's like at that point, Jameson didn't even have much of a fighting chance. He got attacked before the match even started. And he just had enough of a beating put into him that it was a squash.
Yeah, it's just like you said. It's more like it's unfortunate because Jameson had put in so much effort and energy to get up to that top spot, and a win there, well, it would have made Ross look silly, and he probably couldn't afford 2 losses in a row. So he probably just took everything into his own hands there.
Yeah, Ross, as much of a terrible move that was as a human being and not wanting to play it fair, it was smart of him to make that move, to be able to put the pressure on the Jameson before the match even started, and making sure he gets in, gets out as fast as he possibly can, so that way B doesn't call her shot on him immediately. So I guess I guess Ross actually gets to survive another week without worrying about his title being stripped from him.
Yeah, B could have came out at the end there, but I mean, with a fresh opponent, maybe that's not the best opportunity to do that. And like we said, B has some integrity, so maybe B is going to try to schedule out the match ahead of time. We don't know. We haven't had that conversation with B, so maybe that's something down the line that maybe comes out, or maybe we just see it spring up on us where Ross is in another match. I'd imagine he's going to take a vacation next week, so.
As he does. That man really needs to stop taking vacations, I swear.
It's what he tends to do. That man just likes to be away from everything.
I don't even think this man actually owns a house. He's just traveling. He just goes on vacation, comes back, does his job, goes back on vacation.
Rinse, repeat.
Honestly, yeah.
Those stat sheets are all updated and reflect everything that everybody would want to see from EGW. Obviously, if you're not already part of Epilogue Gaming, you can go into the WWE 2K channel and check out the stat sheet at any point. Also, make sure, if you have not already, that you're following any channels. The YouTube is live. It'd be great if you guys could subscribe over there, as the VODs get put up there immediately after. You can always rewatch from there, besides watching on Twitch. Thanks. If you're not already following, make sure you're following too. And then we still have till the end of the month the charity shirt. If you haven't already made a purchase of one and you'd like to, for the great minds, feel free to click that link. It brings you over to Sid's shop on Epilogue Gaming's 4th wall, and you can grab one of the shirts there. And all the money goes to cancer research for breast cancer awareness. Sid did a fantastic job with his very long but very, very cool stream where we reached the milestone to get the EGW Tag Team Championships in works. Not yet. We'll get there, but yeah. It was reached, so you know it's coming, and the tag teams are heating up. You know, they've been doing pretty well, so
yeah,
it's been cool to watch.
Yeah, I feel like we'll probably get the tag team division running probably early 2026 would be my best guess.
Yeah, with the title. Yep.
It's still too early, and it's like in EGW's life cycle to introduce like right now. But But I promise those titles will be coming.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I mean, I guess on that note, EGW's
Where
done
we
for the
headed?
night. Honestly, it lasted the same amount of time that it normally lasts. In all honesty, kind of funny.
Even with the more matches, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we're like, we got one more match. Heck yeah, done in 2 minutes. Not even.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. I'm just quickly finding somewhere to go here. I gotta know where I want to go. I figured it out. I feel like we end up going here quite often. But we are going to wrap things up on the YouTube side of things. If you guys are watching on the YouTube, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Every sub and view helps. Even if you just want to, you know, just watch it, just watch the whole damn thing. Let us know in the comments who your favorite wrestler is on the EGW roster. But I gotta say, Timbo winning was kind of hype.
Yeah, I mean that was much needed, man. Something needed to give. That was awesome.
Yeah. All right, and YouTube is done. Let's go on. Let's go raid out over here. We're gonna raid